Hello, welcome back to Derail Valley with Freddy. We're at the sawmill still. Now, the one thing I'm wanting to do more now than before we were focused on getting money. As you can see, we have $646,000. Now I want to start going to some more obscure places and searching for these museum pieces. Specifically, I'm looking for the D2 and the DH4 museum piece. So, I've made a list of places we have been so far and where we have not found things. I've also made a list of the places we have been and things we have found. So far, we've searched Iron Mine West, Machine Factory, City West, the Steel Mill, the Food Factory, the Harbour, and that's it. So far we have found two. At the Harbour we have found the S060440 steam engine, and at City West we have found the DE6, which we will be getting later on when we get the DE6 license. So, we need to visit coal power plant, oil refinery, Forest Central, Oil Well Central, Farm, Forest South, Sawmill, Coal Mine South, City South, which is where we're going to be taking all the museum pieces, so I doubt there's going to be one there. I want to revisit the goods factory, Oil Well North, military base there won't be one, Iron Mine East and Coal Mine East. So that's where I'm wanting to go. Now there is a shunt job here for goods factory, because pretty much everything else is unload or off down to the harbour. I don't really want to be going to the harbour if we can avoid it. We want to try and avoid going to places we've been. Ideally we want to go to these other places and have a look around. Now I could just teleport to these relevant places and go hunting, but if I do that, I'll bring it up on the map. Just say we wanted to go to goods factory, we can go there. We just click fast travel, but it's going to cost us money. I'd rather save that money and earn some money by going up there. So, what I'm going to do is get this one loaded. It's a nice, quick, easy one. Pick from A3S to A7L to B60, which will drop it off, come back in, pick up the job to haul it up there, and get up there. So, what I'll do is I'll pause the video here, get this shifted around, and get us off up to the goods factory. Right, I shall see you in a minute. And welcome back. There's our job there. Nicely loaded up. We had to shove it forward. So because of something already being on the line there, that's done. And we got 9,000 for that. Thank you. We're going to have to do something a little bit different. We're going to have to run this. There we go, 11,000. So that's going to be about 25,000 for taking that up to goods factory. So we're getting paid to go to goods factory, which is good. Right, so we're going to go up to goods factory onto D6i. So let's set our points first off. So I'm going to keep right there. That doesn't matter. We're into goods factory. Simple and straightforward. Right, goods factory itself. We are going D6i. Ooh. Goods factory. So we're going all the way around to D. I think we'll drive all the way around this time. So I'm going to go through B, through C, hit that 30, come round, and into D. So check B. So keep right, straight through. C, keep left. Doesn't matter. D, I've already forgotten. D6i. So we're going to keep right, keep left, D6i. Happy days. So that's set, we can hand the job in, hook up, and get going. So, nice and simple and straightforward job. Getting a bit murky, but we're going to have to run this at the front, which is not something I normally do. I don't know why all this is hanging down. Put that back up. That's going to go onto there. Put that up. 1, 2. Take the brake off. Weather's looking murky. Oh well. So we're going to see our load for the majority of the run on this one. So, as you've seen me do this run a number of times, I'm not going to bore you with that, I'm just going to show you the departure. It's not a particularly long train, so I ain't going to worry about distance tracker because we can see it in front of us. The only thing we're going to have to watch is the speed. Really going to have to watch that speed. So I'm just going to reverse here, hit this straight line, and boom. I do believe this is... That might be something we can check actually, which way north is. I'm sure... Steel mill. North is that way. Oh. So have I got this wrong and we actually need to exit this way? Because it's north we need to... Yeah, it was effectively the way we came in. So we're going to be running in reverse all the way up to goods factory. Okay, that's different. Righty-ho. This is going to be interesting. So we're basically going to run... Oh, don't want to do that. From this train. So that's going to be fun and games. I'm trying to keep an eye on the speed. In reverse, so off we go. We only need the one engine, so... I'm sure this way's north. Let's get our compass. Yeah, we're effectively going north, so, yep. Okay, interesting. So we're going to run in reverse. Mainly so we can see the speed limits. Right, so I'll do a quick jump cut here, because it's not a particularly long journey. And I shall see you when we get to goods factory. See you soon. So, here we are arriving into goods factory. Take this line straight. And loading bay. So we're happy with the signals ahead. It's going to give us a clear run down to the 30. In fact, I have had a change of plan. Baby to a stop. That's it, stop. We're going to go back. We're going to use the cut through, reverse in, and then reverse it. Ooh, bit of wheel slip there. That's what that buzzer was. Saying us, you're trying to put down too much power. As it's wet. Knock those wipers down one. So yeah, we're going to use the cut through. Is it that one? No, it's the next one. Yeah, we're going to drive through, round the corner a bit and reverse back. So we already know the point for where we're going is set. So it'll only be the point we pass that's going to be the problem. The reason I'm doing it this way, it means the train's going to be pointing the right way for exiting for the direction of travel I'm wanting to go. Whether or not there's any jobs going that way is another matter. Because the track's been so straight, we barely burn any fuel in that first DH4 because we're only hauling 166 tonnes in the job. So we barely burnt anything. We got up to speed, cut the power, climbed up the little bit of the hill that is into goods factory, and that's been it. Right, don't want to exceed 30. So I know that corner is a 30. Never changes. Back off the throttle there. Jump out at the signal that I know is going to change. And we'll watch the whole train go past. That signal, as you saw, it just changed as it's being driven over. 2, let's get brake on. Change that back. Catch up with our train. And the sun's coming out. Lovely. Track will still remain wet for a little bit. It does with that. Same as it takes a bit to actually get wet. So D6i, that's what we're looking for. Use our lovely panel now and it's out in the sun, so we're getting a bit of a charge at the same time. And we shall have a look whilst we're here, see if we can find any museum pieces. Don't know if we will or not. I don't know where they are. There's one thing to this, you can play it through again and the museum pieces will not be in the same positions. So, just something to consider. So on a standard one, the S60 was actually in that shed, just there. DH4 and a D2, D6i. So I'm going to drop this job off in here. I'm going to visit the shop whilst I'm here, because it'd be rude not to. This is a shop we don't come to very often. Drop this job off. Once we come to a stop, thank you. Conserve some fuel for now. Need to turn the wipers off as well because that will drive me insane. No, it's not that one, it's the other one. Turn those wipers off. Right, let's go hand this job in, get paid for that. Pop to the shop. I'll take you on this shop journey. And then we'll pop back and see what jobs are available for us. So, nice 16,000 for that, so that's well paid for the fuel and then some. So up to 672 now. Shop's down here. I do believe. Yep, Volkswagen. I think it's this shop we need. He says. A crimping tool, not doing the charger. It's not that, I'm sure it's this shop. Watch me be, yeah, I'm wrong. Typical. Ugh. You could have a white light bar if you really wanted for your night light, but we don't want that. So it's not this shop I want. Where on earth are me headlights then? It's not the swivel light I want, or is it the swivel light? I'm sure it's headlight. Tell you what, let's get 4 swivel lights. There's no doubt we'll find a use for them anyway. Right, let's pop and see what jobs we've got and see where else we... In fact, we were going to go searching. So I'll search off camera and I'll meet you back in the station. Alright, so unfortunately not found anything on the museum pieces, sadly. So, we've got harbour Harbour, Oil Well North, which is only just there. I'm tempted to teleport over to there because it's so close. Machine Factory in Town, which is over here, which we know there isn't one there. And Sawmill, which is all the way down here. I don't really want to go down there just yet. And that's a pickup job for going to Oil Well North, so it will generate a job to actually go there. So, let's have a look. How much would it be to teleport down there? 208. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teleport down there in a minute. How much would it be for iron mine? 700. Gold mine? 412. I think we search all these three by teleport. Military base? No, it's not going to be there. I know I said I wasn't going to teleport. I think this is just so cheap. It does advance time as well with teleporting. The locomotives stay where they were, and we are literally just looking for museum pieces. I could be anywhere. It'll be old, rickety, and rusty. They look horrible. They could literally be anywhere about. Did find one down here at one point on one of my saves. Oh, that's a dump truck. You can't mistake them, they look absolutely horrible in comparison to the locomotives we're running at the moment. When they're done up, they look stunning depending which paint job you decide to go with, which is personal choice. Bit of elevation, a little bit of a look around. Sometimes they will appear close to your locomotives. And this is an S282 730B. As you can see, you can only run really one of these. Well, you can run two. Actually, I thought you could only run one with the front guard on. I was wrong. Guess we can run two of them. Worth having a look around. Not seeing anything. No, so sadly, nothing there. Right, so that's Oil Well North. We can cross off our list. We can cross Goods Factory off. Right, let's try Iron Mine East. Once we find these, we can actually get up here and then retrieve the said museum piece. We'll try and get a job going back towards the way we want to be going, which will be city south. But initially, just trying to find these things. Then we've got to pay to re-rail it, haul it down there, get the new engines, new parts for it. It is a mystery where these things are hiding. Because there's a museum piece for every single locomotive. So they're hiding well from us at the moment. See if that I'm missing them and somebody's going to reply in the comments and go, Freddie, you're an idiot, it was over here. Which, knowing me, yeah, good chance of that. Oh. It'll also, when we come to it, it'll highlight it and say this is a museum piece up in the top left corner. So this is a S060440. Show you these as well. Another steam locomotive. So nothing there. Coal Mine East. Now going through this route is saved us a bit of money as well, because we're only teleporting from one to another. If we happen to bypass a day, we bypass a day. I'm not worried about that. Did I already do Coal Mine East? Looks like I had. Looks like we've been here already. Yeah, it was all on Oil North I meant to go. Oh yeah. So we've gone to Coal Mine East. Gone to Iron Ore Mine East. We're running out of places for these to be. Yes, this is the oil well. And this is where it could be sneaky, because a lot of this looks rusty as it is. So if you do happen to spot it in the video, please let me know. I'd love to know. I really want to find that museum DH4. At the moment I'm tempted to go, you know what, screw it, we're going to get the DE6 license, go get the museum DE6. Repair shop there. What is this ahead? That is a standard DE6. Yep, it's not a museum one. Thought I might have got lucky then. Apparently not. Highly disappointing. Well, it's disappointing. So, we've crossed off this whole area up here now. So we're looking farm, oil central, forest central, oil refinery, sawmill, forest south, coal mine south, and city south. So, right, back to the goods factory. More likely it will be night now, so we'll sleep through, see what jobs are there in the morning. I'll go through it all and we'll pick something and get out of here. Right, I shall see you in a minute. Okay, welcome to the start of a new day. So, the jobs haven't changed, but looking at our weather forecast, we're in for a nice, lovely day. So I think the plan, as we're still looking for these museum pieces, my brain just had a meltdown then. I think the goal is we'll pick up this shunting job, load it for sawmill. We shall then pick up the job itself, come out of goods factory down this way, round here, all down here, come up, round into forest south, so we can cross that one off our list, down past here and into sawmill, and then we'll be able to cross sawmill off our list. We may be able to pick up another job for sawmill from forest south. Worth a try, boost our money. So that is the plan, and as it is a small job, only 322 tons, one DH4 will do it quite comfortably. So, as you've seen me shunt so many times, I'm not going to show you it again. I shall jump to when the job's ready to go, and we'll pick in the direction of where we're off to as well. So, I'll see you in a minute. Right, so that's our job all loaded and dropped off. So we just need to go hand this in, on our way back to the station as quick as we can, pick up the job for actually going to the sawmill, race back across, hook it back up, and get going. I will do a time lapse of this. I've not set the route yet for going, so we'll do that in a minute. We're at 11,000 for doing that. Tasty. should generate the job here. Right, so now we can see where we're going with this. So, I'm only going to set the route because we're obviously going to stop off at Forest South. So if we pick anything up, we may be dropping that off first. It's Sawmill, so we'll worry about setting Sawmill points at Forest South. So, we are coming out of the goods factory, we're coming down this way. We are going to want to keep right, keep right, keep right, keep left, into Forest South. And we're going to want to keep right, to keep left, into Sawmill. Hopefully I've set that right and the curse of the Freddy will not apply. Hopefully, he says. So we shall soon see whether the curse of the Freddy is still active. So I'll hand that in. There's nothing going to Sawmill, there's nothing going to Sawmill. I'm not going to overly worry about it. It'll be a quick stop off at Forest South, quick look for museum piece, quick look for job, if there is any for going that way, then we will just get out of there. Right, so I'll take handbrake off. I never even looked how much this job was actually worth. So we'll have a quick look. What's where? 26,000. Could be worse. Could be worse. Right, okay, so I'll start a time lapse and we'll see you down there. So here we are, arriving Forest South. Quick stop off. See if we can find any museum pieces lurking about. If not, we shall hunt job. It's not looking favourable. It really isn't, is it? Where are these museum pieces hiding from me? Ah! That's station DM3. Turntable, should one be required. Or a short turntable. No, not looking promising at all. Right, to the station. Let's see what we got job-wise. 2 little jobs, both going to B3. Oh, tasty. B3 and B5. So we're going to take both of those. Nice. Because they're both going to the... In fact, I shall put this away. B3 and B5. So imagine that's B3. And B5. So, break off. Forward we go. Pull forward. Change that switch. Back up to this one first. May as well get these extra jobs, get a bit of extra cash. No such thing as too much money. That's actually B5 first, so it doesn't matter. The good thing is we can drop both of these jobs off in exactly the same place in Sawmill. And we'll get paid for dropping both off in exactly the same line, so it makes it nice and simple. And we like simplicity. Doing there. Cross Forest South off of our list of places to go and visit. Nothing else that gets you guys. Go around different places, seeing all there is to see in Derail Valley. So picking up B5 first, which is that one. So a quick bit of math, 322, 345, just over 600 tons. Cut the power. This is going to be a little bit weighty. We might need the second engine. We shall see how we get along. Get away with pulling it on one engine, all the better. Saves diesel. We struggle. We might struggle. I think there's a few hills around here. And we can always start the second engine. These are not going to pay a lot because it is not going particularly far. But that is just the nature of it. But may as well get some extra cash. It's paying for our diesel. Spring down here. Is that signalled that way? Because that's the one we're going to want. We want the train to fully come past this signal. We're getting a bit of length now, aren't we? Ooh. Cut the throttle there. That wouldn't be too bad. We've got plenty of room to the front. So this is the advantage for me, rather than just teleporting around the map costing literal thousands. May as well get paid to drive around the map. Into the reversing. Oh, we're struggling. It's on a bit of a downhill there. Not wanting to get going. So whilst we're doing this, we can see where these are going. B3I in Sawmill. So Sawmill, we're going to be coming in from the south, so I'm going to keep right. To B, from the south again, keep right, keep left, B3I. Drop the 2 jobs off there. Where's the other one going? C3I. Ah. Right, let's kill some speed. That was B. I'll have to go to C for the other one. Right, we'll sort that one out in a minute. See where our routing is going to take us, and I need the console to start slowing down as we're getting some weight. It takes a bit more to slow it down. Something got to be conscious of. Clunky. To the load. Touchy. Oh, I've done it from this side. This one's right at the back. Yep. So, go hand these 2 jobs in. I think I will start that second engine just to give us some power. So that's that one. That's that one. Just means we've got a bit more throttle. Quite as much power to get going. Right, I shall jump cut us across to Sawmill, and I shall see you there. See you in a minute. Welcome back. We're just approaching Sawmill. I'm definitely glad I put that second engine on, because the last little bit of the climb was a 2% solid. Right, I'll start the tracker there because I want to know when the back of the train passes onto the level so I can cut the throttle. This section's set, and it's been that twisty on the way in that I've not been able to set the other points for us. The throttle's beginning to climb there. I think we're going to call that good. Kill off the distance tracker. I only did it as a rough guesstimate. I didn't do an exact. Start getting some braking on. A lot of braking on, actually. this train to a stop. I want to make sure that all of it's in. Thankfully, because these are two separate jobs, we don't actually need to separate the two as long as they're both in the right place, which we know they are. So we drop this off. Okay, so we're going to C3I. So we have a look on the main map. Pull forward. Oh, not too many. Sawmill. Pull forward, and we can reverse back into C. C3I. It's going to be a keep left to a keep right. Happy days. Right. Whilst we're doing this, actually run forward. So we're not going to need that second engine now. So engage a fuel cut off on that one. Run to the back of the train again. Get these jobs handed off, and then we'll have a quick look for museum pieces. I'm not hopeful, but you never know. Ooh, there's actually a service here. We may well service whilst we're here then. Switch that to a keep right. Into reverse. Give it some welly. We'll see as well if there's any jobs going out of here. May well sleep first though. There's a station over there. Always tell by the big green light on the top of it. Very easy to find it at night. I think 20's plenty. 20-ish. So C3I, C3I. B3I, B3I, so they're in the right places. This is in the right place. Dropping a 15, so that's going to be even easier. In we come. See some product already there, ready to go out. So that'll be off somewhere. Depending where it is. Hit the brake there. Fuel cut off. Put the handbrake on, just as a precaution. It's been a bit of a long run this one, and you may have noticed we were quite slow getting out, so something to consider. It's hilly. Correct machine helps. So 40,000 for that one. Thank you. Ooh. Apparently the handbrake's not on that. That's not good. Is the handbrake on this one? No. So apparently I forgot to put the handbrake on. Thankfully the job's right there. There we go. thank you very much. That brings us up to 723,000. Tasty. So a couple of extra shunting jobs. 2 out of the 3 that we brought down. And we've got 2 jobs going to the harbour. Ooh, over 50,000 basic. Nice. That's quite tasty. One going to goods factory in town. Okay, so let's have a quick hunt around. See if I can see a museum piece somewhere here at the sawmill, so we can officially cross it off our list. Not looking promising. No engine as well from what I've seen. Disappointing. Yeah. Yeah, disappointing. So no museum piece at the sawmill. So we have a look at our map. Just add that to the list before I forget. So the only ones we've got left to check are Orwell Central, Farm, Forest Central, Oil Refinery, Coal Mine South, and City South. The logic would say head up here. Clear off these 4. If we were going to do a harbour job, I'd want it run potentially all the way across the south here. We could cut north, cut across that way, but that's not getting us to visit these. I think what I'll do between episodes is I'll pay a visit to these, see if I can find where these are. Because I think this is going to be more than plenty for an episode. And I'll see if I can find where they are, and then we'll look at retrieving them in the next episode. Alright, until next time guys, take it easy.